Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, we're rapidly approaching the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and if you've never actually taken a part of this particular event with you, I have to strongly recommend that you do so because it is a fantastic little event. If you're anywhere in the continental Europe area, it's very easily and very accessible at the Goodwood Manor. Lord March invites a ton of great racing machines and automobilia to the event every year. Now, basically, the Goodwood Grounds has a fantastic racing circuit where they have the Goodwood Revival that usually happens in the fall, where a lot of folks taking near priceless ex-race cars and just running, wringing their necks. It's just a fantastic little event. But the Festival of Speed is absolutely my favorite. It happens in July of every year, and it is a fun event. Race cars from all over the planet, from touring cars to Formula One to stock cars to rally cars. They've got a brand new rally circuit or rally course that's been opened up over the past couple of years. And it is just a fantastic amount of fun. If you're not into race cars, Supercar section comes in with the best modern-day supercars to ever hit the city streets are going to be pounding up the Goodwood Hill, basically kind of like Lord March's driveway, if you will. And it is a fantastic event with automobilia from all parts of the globe, from all parts of the eras in the world, from just the turn of the century coming up in the 1900s all the way up to modern day. And it is a fantastic amount of fun. If you cannot make it to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, you can watch it live as it's simulcast on YouTube, and it is a barrel of fun. This fat bald guy is going to be taking the last part of the week off of work just so I can enjoy the Festival of Speed in the laziest vacation there ever could be. And me just lounging around on the couch, partaking in all the Goodwood goodness that's going to be happening later in the week. So you need to check it out. And there's going to be a ton of new automobile debuts. In fact, one pretty cool machine. This is a vehicle that was actually commissioned by a Middle Eastern who actually commissioned the MSO and McLaren to build a P1 Longtail. Apparently this thing's going to have all the downforce of a modern day race car along with near 1,000 brake horsepower. Now, no word yet on if this thing's actually going to be taking part in the Goodwood Festival of Speed, heading up the Goodwood Hill. I'm hoping it does, because, man, can you imagine the shriek and all that downforce? It'd be a hell of a quick lap up the hill. So, fingers crossed this vehicle will actually debut up the hill, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. We're going to head back to the Goodwood Festival of Speed a little bit later, but let's get back to some stuff that's happening in the automobile world. Tesla is in the news, because apparently they've finally gotten over the production hump. There are early reports that they have built over 5,000 units in a week's time, which was something that Elon Musk actually promised, almost a year ago? July or August of last year this was supposed to already be happening, and it's taken them this long. The trick is, early reports was that they barely made it by around 40 units. They made it over the deal. Then, of course, Elon Musk come out on Twitter and claimed that they had built well over 7,000 units, which seems to be an incredible mathematical mistake on their part if they couldn't even keep track of how many cars they were actually building. That being said, I'm hoping this is true. I don't believe a whole lot of what comes out of Elon Musk's mouth, so especially what he says on Twitter. So I'm hoping this deal is true, and I'm hoping they're well on their way, because those 400,000 people who laid down $1,000, there's early reports that's already over 100,000 of those people that have walked away and asked for their $1,000 back because it has been too long for these cars to actually get into people's hands. Also, too, anxiously awaiting the inexpensive version of this car. Early reports that this vehicle was going to start around $35,000, but the vehicles that they're building now are well over $60,000, so hopefully the inexpensive cars will be coming very, very soon. So hopefully this is not just one big spike in the production run of this car, and maybe next week they're going to be building as many, or if not more. That would be fantastic news to hear, so we'll definitely keep you in tuned. Next up on the list, this was a shocker in my mind, for the 2019 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. The Toyota weapon of choice will no longer be the Camry, it's going to be the Supra. Which I have to say, I was hugely surprised that Toyota would do this, especially for the sheer fact that the Camry is a very good looking stock car. That being said, with Chevrolet heading over to the Camaro from the SS, what they were running before, the Ford are actually running the Fusion, now possibly going to run the Mustang maybe next year. Now to bring this all back to two-door coupes is a pretty doggone good deal, because back in the past, that was a rule in NASCAR that you couldn't race a four-door saloon car. But that's basically what everybody had gone to after production of coupes had kind of gone downhill. So this is going to be kind of exciting. I'm really, really surprised that they're going to put the Supra in the Stock Car Series, but I guess I have to say that I can't wait for NASCAR testing in Daytona next year to get to see what this car is going to look exactly like. And sticking with the Toyota Supra, as we're showing off the race car version that debuted at the Tokyo Motor Show earlier this year, apparently the road car version of this vehicle will debut at the Goodwood Festival of Speed and will be heading up the Goodwood Hill. Now, no reports as of yet of whether this is still going to be a heavily camouflaged machine or whether this is going to be the official debut for this vehicle, and we'll get to see it in all its glory. But either way, I cannot wait to see this thing go up the hill later this week at Goodwood. These vehicles, along with that McLaren P1, are going to be debuting on Friday the 13th of 2018. So the back part of this week. So I cannot wait for either one of these. And it's going to be fun to see this vehicle. I'm assuming it's probably going to be going up in the supercar class or in early production car class. So it's going to be pretty fun to get to see this car and just see exactly how quick the brand new Supra could be. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiast. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.